Usually I go walking, but I didn't feel like it this morning. It's cool, not cold, but damp. And I don't really have a rain jacket, and that's what it would require, or else I would come back in wet. But we haven't seen this kind of weather in a while. It's kind of nice. It's just this misty, overcast, and maybe we will get a thunderstorm here this morning. Who knows? I wish. Probably not. Well, anyway, what could we talk about this morning? Mental health. Let's talk about mental health. How's your mental health? I wake up usually just about every morning between the hours of, say, I don't know, 1:30 to 1:30, 2:30, and then I'm tossing and turning clear till 6. And during that time, it's I'm usually thinking about the next day and all of that and everything you've got to do to pay your, make money, to pay your bills, to do this, to do that, and honestly, it's anxiety provoking. It's a period of the morning that over the past, I don't know, it's been a while. It's been going on for more than several months. It's been just a recurring thing where I wake up and I start thinking about just life, where it's headed, and at my age, at 58, I turned 58 in June, and at my age, you begin to wonder, wonder what you're doing, if you're missing out somewhere else. Am I on the right path, just working and paying bills and because the deal is that if you don't take your shots now, then what? I mean, it's not like your health is on your side, not as you grow older, and you can do some things to, I don't know, maybe make the aging process more graceful. Do your exercising, go to the gym, lift weights, whatever you want to do. But ultimately, that's just going to get you a little further down the road, and maybe with a little less pain or a little less loss of mobility, or just whatever. But you can't prevent certain physical circumstances. It's going to happen. This is the stage of life where people start having more issues, whether it's heart problems or I was talking to somebody yesterday, and he revealed that he recently had kidney stones, and this guy just turned 60, and he just recently had kidney stones, had to have surgery and all this shit. I'm just like, oh God. Yeah, I mean, it's just, and it just happened out of nowhere. Plus his wife got some sort of weird thing that went that was going on with her, and he had to stay home with her. And he said, I mean, I really didn't even know this guy. I was on an interview actually, and for this position that I was curious about, and he just started telling me all these things. But he said this has just been a shitty year. I mean, it just, I was like, well, I mean, at least the guy's honest. I appreciate that. I was talking yesterday about toxic positivity. Well, there was no toxic positivity there on his part. He just flat out said, this year has just sucked. I was like, well, thank you for sharing that. And I just listened as this guy ranted about so many things that have transpired, just in this year alone. And as he turned 60, it's just like, and it made me think, well, I mean, yeah, that's right. That's how it's going to be, isn't it? It's not going to get better, you know. I mean, you'd be a fool to go into your 60s, approaching your 60s, as I am. You'd be a fool to say, things are just going to get better. You would be the king of toxic positivity if you said something like that. Well, this guy was not. And I really did appreciate that. I did. And I appreciate some honesty. And like I said, some of these women in the mental health field, they're just sick with this toxic positivity. Just just keep moving and doing and creating and blah blah blah. I mean, yeah, that's really great until one day you can't, because either you're fucking had a stroke, or you had a heart attack, or you got cancer, or just one of a billion things. And and then you ain't gonna be creating shit. What you're gonna be creating is how do you create when you're in the hospital, in a hospital room? And I watched my mom and my sister go through that with 2 different types of leukemia on their part, and spending a lot of time in the hospital. I mean, that's no place to be. That's no place to create a damn thing. But it's almost like, just ignore that. You're so negative. Just ignore those things. They'll never happen. I mean, wouldn't it be just better if some of these people just say, you know what? What a shitty day. Or no, I know people try to stay upbeat. I'm not against that. I'm not against people being upbeat. You can't go through life just I mean, you could, but that's no fun either. That just creates a somber mentality and depression and all of that. So it's just not, So I get it. I mean, if you're going to be here and you're not going to check out, then that's where it's at. You have to find the mental strength to move forward every day. And a lot of people run out of it. And then what? And that's a scary thought. That's a scary thought. What if I run out of the essence that you have to have, the mental fortitude, or whatever you want to call it, I mean, what if you run out of it? And it's a scary thought. It really is, because that's all a person has, it's all a person has going forward, for any age, really. I mean, and younger people, are becoming more and more, what's the word? Just, I don't know, less ambitious about the future, or they have a darker, I don't know what you want to call it. You know what I'm trying to say. They don't have a great outlook, and because of, for one, the cost of living, the toxic nature of people these days, There's just a variety of factors there, and so it's not just the older generation that deals with this. Well, anyway, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about at this point. Just rambling. I mean, looking at the morning and trying to put together a day, and that's what I've been doing lately. Instead of getting ahead of myself, because you can't control the future anyway. You could have all the plans you want, create all these goals, and we're gonna do this, and this, and then have a stroke. I mean, okay, well, how did that work out? And so you really can't get beyond a day, a half a day. I mean, don't get beyond the next hour. I mean, just what am I going to do this next hour? Well, just take it like hour by hour. Maybe that's even a better approach than day to day. Just take it hour by hour and don't even worry about it. Because seriously, I've known people too that just drop dead, and and that's that. My ex-wife had an uncle who was. This has been a while back too. This is like 30 years ago, and he was he was just turned 50, I believe, and he had got remarried, at about the age of 45, let's say, I think, because he was 91 he got remarried, and he was actually happy for once. I'd never seen the guy happy. I mean, every time I ever saw him at a family function or whatever, the guy was just and always had this. He had this wife at one point, and she was just like a sandbag around his neck, and just a horrible person, and just made him miserable, and you could tell. But when he got remarried in 91 at a later age in life, it's like he was happy for a change. I saw that change in him, and the two that got married there, they really seemed like they were happy with one another. And then, let's see, 1996, he was at his home making some beans on the stove or something like that. Just put some beans on the stove, and he grabbed a movie. Back then it was what do you call it? Before the CDs or whatever, what do you call it? The old video players. Anyway, grabbed the show. What was it? Passenger 57 with Wesley Snipes, and he put that movie into the player. Grabbed a little bourbon and Coke. He was making some beans on the stove, and he sat down in his recliner and died. Massive heart attack. Dead right there. And whoever found him, that was what they reported, that he had put in that movie, and the beans were burnt because he died in his recliner. I mean, it's just like, whoa. 50 years old. Wow. And when you think about instances like that, you're just like, wow, man, maybe I'm on borrowed time my own self. So why get all ahead of myself? Why get all worked up about anything at this point? Because just like that, you're done. But anyway, isn't that just wonderful? Did you that make your day better? Well, we're not going to engage in toxic positivity here. I can't, I won't. I think it's gross. I think it's disgusting. So I'm not going to do it. And I'll leave it at that.